Actually, before we do that, because I have the right one, so let's look at the right one. If the right one is green, then the white one, the left one is the real thing. If the right one is white, then this is the fake. Yeah, see, there's the right. It's green. So the left one is real that you gave me for sure. All right, so we'll donate them one at a time too, just to. So let's start with. Oh, you can't donate while you have visitors. Well, that's unfortunate. All right, well, we'll do it later then. Sorry. Right. Is that how many Nook miles you have? All right. All right. So this one we're fairly certain is fake. So let's start with that one. I know it's fake. Oh. What? How is that real? I've seen pictures of it. Oh, nice. Apparently, the graceful painting was real. Now, this one I couldn't tell, so this one might be real. Oh, it's the real deal. It looks like all three paintings were real. I've done that before too, but when you keep going back and he either has ones you've already got, because like when you're down as low and you start seeing the same things over and over and over again, like 99% of the time he comes, he either has everything I need or it's like, again, the fakes. And it's like, okay, well then, I guess I don't need those anymore. Jesus. Even I don't think I've played that much. I'm only at 925 hours. I thought I played a lot. Ooh, Diva. All right, let us update the scroll. So we do not need graceful painting. Or basically all we need is one piece of artwork, and it's the Rockhead statue. Okay, so Gulliver I don't even bother with anymore. Back in the day with the Animal Crossing games, I used to love Gulliver. But I've come to learn to despise him now. And so I just ignore him. I see him lying on the beach and I just walk right on by. All right. Oh, thank you. Because of you, I'm that much closer to being completed everything. Thank you for the subscription. Much appreciated. That officially makes you the first subscriber. So thank you. Congratulations on that. Um, so yeah, I wasn't going to share this information. Um, at least not yet on this stream. But I'm going to now since you subscribed. My plan in the future is that when I do open these islands up, that subscribers are going to be able to jump the queue. Part of the reason why I wasn't going to announce it yet is because I haven't quite figured out exactly how I'm going to do that and make it so that it's like fair and that it does not cause issues. But that is the plan in the future. So because I get it, like you don't need to subscribe to somebody's Twitch for the most part to watch their streams, and God knows I'm not exactly like, you know, Joe Twitch out there like that everyone's like clamoring to watch. I appreciate the small fan base that I have. And I'm okay with having a small fan base. I don't need a big fan base. So if there's going to be a benefit to subscribing, for me specifically, I feel like I need to create some sort of incentives. And that's the first one I've kind of come up with. Like I said, just got to iron out exactly how I'm going to do it. But that's going to be one of the things. Subscribers will get to jump the line. So Because if you're gonna pay me money, which still the concept of that, by the way, sounds ridiculous to me. Like the idea that somebody's like, "Hey, I'm gonna give you money so I can watch you play video games." The whole concept of that still is foreign to me, and it's probably because, I mean, I grew up in the NES era, and something like that was not even a glimmer of anyone's like imagination at that point. So like the fact that there's now like esports and pro leagues and all this other stuff, and professional gamers that get sponsorships and all this other stuff, um that all blows my mind, like, to this day. And I've been involved in video gaming since I was a kid. Full disclosure, in case, because I don't think I've ever mentioned it on stream before, I'm actually 45 years old. So I'm not a young person anymore. And but I've been gaming my entire life. Like pretty much since I was a kid. Like probably I don't know, I was probably like 10 years old the first time I picked up a controller, and that was at my cousin's house. Like they had gotten a Nintendo, and we played Super Mario Brothers, and we played some ice hockey, and stuff like that, and it was great. I loved it. And um my parents were always big on teaching us how to save money for when we wanted things rather than just spending money every time we got money. And I used to deliver like the old Sears catalogs when I was a kid and so forth. And yeah, you didn't make a lot of money for doing that by any stretch of the imagination, but I saved every penny of that. And so one day I said to my parents that I wanted to buy my own Nintendo. And back when Kmart was still a thing here in Canada, we went to the Kmart over at the local mall, which I literally now live like, a stone throw away from. Not I We didn't live that far away from it when I was a kid either. But we went to the mall, we went into the Kmart there, and I bought a Nintendo system, the one with the two controllers, the Zapper gun, and the Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt cartridge and so forth. And I played that all night, well, all day, not all night. My parents would have never let me stay up all night back then. And like, when you used to get the video game thumb, the bruises on the thumbs from like playing and all that, I had that. My thumbs were so sore. Um, and like I have saved every penny for pretty much everything I've had up until the last couple of years. Like, because like in 1997, I was hired as a Christmas temp for what is now GameStop Canada, but it was EB Games back then, or actually it was Electronics Boutique back then. And I've been with them ever since. And I've now been a store manager for like the last, uh, I don't know, almost 20 years. Um, and although I still, like, I bought my own PS5 and I bought my own Series X, but like, I was gifted an Xbox One as a store manager, and I was gifted a PS4, and so on. So I've gotten consoles that way in the more recent years. But prior to the Xbox 360 and PS3, everything else I paid for myself. I bought my own Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, Sega Genesis, uh, um, GameCube, original Xbox, um, you know, all that stuff. I paid for all that stuff myself, um, because I saved my money. I even remember when I came home with the Nintendo 64, my dad was actually a little annoyed because he felt I'd been spending too much money lately and not saving up. Because I was finished school, I graduated high school, but and I was just working a part-time job, and he thought, actually it was a full-time job, but it didn't pay very well. Um, and he thought that I should be trying to save more money. But one of the things I learned, and reason why my dad wasn't too upset in the long run, was because when I explained to him that I had been saving the money and that I had saved twice as much as what I needed to buy it. So I saved up twice as much as I needed to buy it and so forth. So that was, you know, that was that. And I'm thankful that my kids are the same way. My daughter bought her own Nintendo Switch. My son buys the games he wants for his Switch. So they do get Christmas gifts. Don't get me wrong. My wife and I will buy gifts for them that my kids would have never my kids would have never like me as a kid. My parents didn't buy video games for us. Um, my brothers were never into video games either. But they didn't buy video games for me or anything like that. They didn't have a problem with me playing video games or anything like that. They weren't against it. They just, it was it was a different time. Games were very expensive. I mean, they still are, but you know, money, a dollar didn't go as far in video games as it does now, ironically. Most people won't believe that, but it's true. Like, even original NES games back then in Canada were about almost as expensive as like an Xbox One or a PS4 game is now, brand new. And like, if, and that's not taking into consideration inflation or anything like that. So, you know, gaming pricing hasn't really changed. Cost of living has gone up, so your dollar doesn't go as far. And yeah, so it's something that thankfully I've managed to I've managed to be fortunate enough that my kids are like pretty good with their money and so forth. They don't just drop it all as soon as they've got it. And I see it because we're of course working for GameStop. I see it all the time. I see kids coming in and like they just got money and they're buying stuff they don't even want just to spend money. And thankfully my kids are not like that. And so like my kids probably have more disposable income than I do right now. Because obviously mortgages are expensive, car payments are expensive, insurance is expensive, and so forth. So I don't have the kind of money I would always like to do all the things I'd like to do. Um, but I still try to be very careful with my money to make sure that I am not just like getting out of control. Um, so I do the Twitch stuff because I enjoy it. It's fun. I enjoy talking to people like yourself and others and having conversations and sharing and whatnot. Um, Making money off of it is just a bonus. And if it helps pay a bill or two, even better, right? So I don't expect to ever be Joe Schmo big name Twitch star. I'm not going to be one of these people that's like, haha, I'm so successful, I'm going to quit my job now and just be a full-time content creator. As cool as that would be, that's I'm realistic. I know that's probably not going to happen. So that's fine. I make content because I enjoy making the content, not because I'm looking to make a buck off it. If I was, my YouTube channel would be monetized. It's not. Because it's not, to me, it wasn't worth the hassle of setting up. Because you can get nicked for like every little slight copyright infraction. not that I have any copyright strikes against my account, but I have videos on my YouTube that have like copyright notices on them, which means even if there was, I wouldn't be able to monetize that video, and or even if I could, the money would be going to somebody else, not to me. To me, it didn't make sense. It was like, you know what? No, the YouTube is just, it's just there. Um, I'm not worried about making money that way. Um, this again, this has become a hobby. It's fun. I enjoy it. Anything that comes out of it extra is pure bonus. It's not saying I'm not going to try and take opportunities to make money where I can, obviously, but I'm not. I'm not going to sit there and like stress over it. You know, just the way I feel about it. Oh, that's. I mean, if gaming's not fun, then you shouldn't be doing it. You as well. Thank you. And again, thank you very much for the subscription. It's much appreciated. Honestly, like, well, I already explained why. So have a good night and happy laundering. All right. I don't think anyone's on the island right now, right? No, I didn't think so. Goodbye, Rachel. Goodbye, Dana. Goodbye, Seven. There is someone in line. I don't. They just got in line, so. All right. Well, let's get rid of these sea creatures that we have here. Open Sesame. Oop. And I missed that one. Sold. No flippies off the dock. Well, that's not what we needed. Shucky, ducky, quack, quack. Oh man, that thing's motoring. I'm gonna get you, little ducky chicken. Oh, you are a fast son of a bitch. Come on. Yeah. Oh. An umbrella octopus. What the fuck is an umbrella octopus? Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da 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 ba 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 bow 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 bow. Crap, I didn't see who that was. Somebody was online. Okay. Big deal. More seaweed. Unacceptable. Ooh. Sea slug.